Feel your body sinking deeper into the surface beneath you now. The weight of your limbs is increasing with each passing moment. Your arms are becoming heavier. Your legs are growing more dense. Gravity is pulling you downward gently, but insistently. There is no resistance in your muscles anymore. They have surrendered completely to this peaceful descent. Your breathing has slowed to match the rhythm of the water above. Each inhale brings warmth spreading through your chest. Each exhale carries away any remaining tension from your shoulders. The air feels thick and nourishing as it moves in and out of your lungs. You are breathing like the ocean itself breathes, slow and eternal, and perfectly at peace. Notice how your heartbeat has begun to synchronize with something deeper, a rhythm that exists below the level of conscious thought, below the level of everyday awareness. This is the pulse of the endless twilight sea, and your heart knows how to dance with it. There is no effort required, no force needed to align yourself. You simply fall into step naturally. The sound of your blood moving through your veins has grown softer, quieter than it was moments before. The rushing has been replaced by a gentle hum, a frequency that resonates at 432 hertz, vibrating through every cell in your body, healing and harmonizing as it travels. This tone is older than memory, older than the need for words. It speaks directly to the part of you that never learned to worry. Your fingers are beginning to feel the texture of the surface below, smooth like polished river stones, cool like morning dew on grass, but also warm somehow. Warm in the way that deep earth is warm, in the way that ancient knowledge feels when it touches your skin. Your toes are pressing gently into this yielding surface, sinking slightly with each breath you take, as if the ground itself is breathing along with you. There is give in this surface. It accepts your weight without complaint, without resistance or judgment, just pure acceptance of what is. Above you now, you can sense the movement of the water, thick and honey-like in its consistency, moving in slow waves that never crash, only ripple and flow endlessly. This is not water that rushes or pushes, but water that embraces and holds, water that remembers how to be still even while it moves. Tiny threads of light are drifting down through this liquid sky. Bioluminescent particles that glow softly as they pass near your skin. They do not hurry. They drift like thoughts that have forgotten their urgency, like dreams that have learned to move slowly, brushing against your arms and face with the gentleness of feathers. These lights leave trails of warmth wherever they touch you, warming your skin from the outside, but not in the way that heat burns or consumes. This warmth spreads evenly, filling every pore with liquid comfort, making you feel as though you are being wrapped in silk. The light filtering down from above shifts imperceptibly from deep indigo to rich violet, then slowly warming toward gold. But these are not harsh colors. They are soft gradients, like the difference between whispering and silence, like the space between one breath and the next. There are no sharp edges in this light, no boundaries or borders, only a continuous flow from one hue to another. And this light seems to enter your body through your skin, not just your eyes, filling you with color from the inside out, moving through your bloodstream like liquid sunset. Your neck has relaxed completely now. The weight of your head is supported effortlessly. There is no strain in your jaw. Your teeth are slightly parted, allowing your breath to flow freely, without obstruction or effort. Your tongue rests naturally in the bottom of your mouth, soft and ready for whatever comes next. The muscles in your face have melted away. Any expression you might have been wearing has dissolved, leaving only neutrality, only peace. Your forehead is smooth. Your eyebrows have released their tension. Even the small muscles around your eyes have let go, allowing them to sink slightly into their sockets. Your shoulders have dropped away from your ears, pulling your shoulder blades gently down your back, creating space between your neck and your torso. This space allows energy to flow freely, allows breath to reach every corner of your lungs, allows you to exist fully in this moment. Your chest rises and falls with the rhythm of the sea above, expanding fully on the inhale, releasing completely on the exhale. There is no holding back, no retention of breath or tension, only the natural flow of giving and receiving, of taking in and letting go. Your abdomen moves with each breath, rising like a small wave, falling like gentle rain. This movement massages your internal organs, soothing them with each cycle, warming them with the oxygen, rich blood, reminding them how to function without stress. Your hips have settled into the surface below, finding their natural alignment, no longer fighting gravity, but working with it. Your pelvis is neutral, balanced and at ease, allowing your spine to lengthen naturally, vertebra by vertebra, releasing upward. Your knees are soft, not locked or rigid, but bent slightly, ready to absorb any movement that might come. Though there will be no sudden movements here, only the gradual unfolding of relaxation, only the patient progression toward stillness. Your feet are completely supported, every toe relaxed, every arch released. Your heels are grounded firmly, connecting you to the surface below, anchoring you in this moment, in this place of perfect safety. The temperature of the water above remains constant, warm but not hot, cool but not cold, exactly the temperature that your body craves, the kind of warmth that penetrates deeply, that reaches your bones without effort, that makes you want to sigh with satisfaction. And you do sigh. Your breath becomes audible for a moment, a soft exhalation that carries away the last remnants of surface tension. This sigh is permission to let go completely, permission to trust the process, permission to sink deeper still. The bioluminescent threads continue their lazy dance around you, some of them settling briefly on your skin, others continuing their journey downward toward depths that do not frighten, but invite exploration, invite curiosity without urgency, invite wonder without expectation. The light continues its slow shift from indigo to gold. And now you notice that it is not shifting in waves, but in pulses, gentle pulses that match your heartbeat, as if the light itself has learned to breathe, to expand and contract with the same rhythm, the same patience, the same trust in the natural order. Your entire nervous system is responding to this environment, slowing down to match the pace of the water, of the light, of the endless twilight. stress hormones are being washed away, like sand grains carried off by a gentle current, leaving only the essential elements of being: breath and heartbeat, and the quiet joy of existence. Your mind has begun to quiet. Thoughts are becoming less frequent, less insistent, more like clouds drifting across a vast sky, appearing briefly, then dissolving back into the spaciousness, leaving behind only clarity, only presence. The frequency of 432 hertz continues to resonate through your body, not as a sound that you hear, but as a vibration that you feel in your bones, in your blood, in the spaces between your cells, bringing everything into harmony, into balance. Your body temperature has stabilized at the perfect point, neither too high nor too low, but exactly where it needs to be for healing to occur, for restoration to take place, for peace to settle into every molecule. The surface beneath you has become more than just support. It has become nourishment, feeding your body through contact alone. Minerals and trace elements rising up from deep within the earth, through the roots of the coral trees above, into the surface that holds you, and from there into your very cells. Your immune system is strengthening with each passing moment, not through effort or willpower, but through surrender, through allowing the natural healing processes to unfold. Your body knows how to repair itself, how to regenerate, how to return to perfect health when given the proper conditions. And these are the proper conditions: warmth and support, gentle light and healing frequencies, the absence of stress, the presence of peace, the luxury of time without deadline. Your circulation has improved dramatically. Blood is flowing more freely through your vessels, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every corner of your being. Waste products are being removed efficiently, without buildup or congestion. Your body is functioning at its optimal level, not because you are trying, but because you have stopped trying so hard, stopped fighting the natural flow, stopped resisting what wants to happen. The water above continues its honey, thick movement, carrying with it the scent of distant coral gardens, the smell of salt and life. of growth and renewal. This scent enters your body through your breath, through your skin, becoming part of you, reminding you of your connection to the larger ecosystem, to the web of life that supports all beings, to the endless cycle of birth and growth and rest. Your lymphatic system is draining smoothly, carrying away toxins and cellular debris, making space for new growth, for fresh energy, for renewed vitality. Your body is cleansing itself naturally through the wisdom built into its design. Your digestive system has slowed to match the environment. There is no rush through your intestines, no urgency to process and eliminate. Everything moves at the pace of healing, at the speed of integration, allowing maximum absorption of nutrients, maximum elimination of waste. Your endocrine system is balancing itself. Hormones are being released in perfect proportion. No excess, no deficiency. Only the precise amounts needed for optimal well-being, for deep relaxation, for profound healing. Your respiratory system has found its ideal rhythm, deep enough to fully oxygenate your blood, slow enough to activate your relaxation response. Each breath is a prayer, a blessing, a return to wholeness, a celebration of being alive. The coral branches above you sway gently in the current, their movements creating patterns of light and shadow. But these shadows are soft, welcoming rather than threatening. They provide contrast without drama, depth without darkness, dimension without complexity. The bioluminescent particles have increased in number, creating a gentle snowfall of light, drifting down from the surface above. Each particle carrying a message of peace, of healing, of unconditional love. And when they touch your skin, they dissolve into pure sensation, warming you from the outside in, cooling you from the inside out, creating perfect thermal balance, perfect energetic harmony, perfect union between self and environment. Your brain waves have shifted into alpha and theta states, frequencies associated with deep relaxation, with creativity and intuition, with access to the subconscious mind, where healing occurs, where transformation takes place, where true rest is found. Time has become irrelevant. There is no past to regret, no future to worry about. Only this eternal, present moment, stretching out infinitely, containing everything you need, offering everything you desire. Peace, rest, healing, love, acceptance, gratitude, joy, and the deep knowing that you are exactly where you belong. The frequency of 432 hertz continues to resonate through your entire being, aligning every atom, every cell, every organ, every system into perfect harmony, creating a symphony of wellness, a chorus of health. Your body has become a temple of healing, a sanctuary where restoration occurs naturally, effortlessly, completely. And you are both the worshiper and the divine presence being worshipped, both the healer and the one being healed. The water above continues its gentle movement, its honey thick consistency providing resistance that massages your body with each breath, with each heartbeat, with each subtle movement you make. This resistance is not opposition, but support. The coral branches continue their slow swaying, creating a natural metronome, marking time in a language older than words, older than thought, older than the need for clocks. And you move with this rhythm, breathing with it. Your consciousness has expanded beyond the boundaries of your physical form, while remaining fully present within it. A paradox that feels completely natural here. You are simultaneously vast and intimate, infinite and embodied, unlimited and perfectly contained. The bioluminescent particles continue their gentle descent, some of them finding their way into your energy field, becoming part of your aura, enhancing your natural radiance, amplifying your innate healing abilities, connecting you more deeply to the source of all life. The light continues its slow pulse from indigo to gold. And now you realize that this is not just light, but love itself, manifesting as color, as warmth, as the very essence of compassion, flowing down from the infinite sky above, embracing you completely. Your body has reached a state of perfect equilibrium. Every system functioning optimally. Every cell vibrating in harmony. Every organ bathed in healing light. Every tissue supported by the loving earth below. You are a masterpiece of biological engineering, temporarily free from the wear and tear of daily life. Free to remember who you truly are, beyond roles and responsibilities, beyond fears and limitations, beyond the stories you tell yourself about who you should be or what you should accomplish. Here you simply are. And that is enough. More than enough. Complete and whole. Perfect exactly as you are. The healing frequency of 432 hertz has permeated every aspect of your being. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. There are no separate parts anymore. Only one unified field of wellness. The water above moves with the grace of a lover's touch, caressing your skin, massaging your muscles, soothing your nerves, nourishing your cells, cleansing your energy field, reminding you of the fundamental goodness of existence. The coral branches sway with ancient wisdom, their movements encoding millions of years of evolution, of adaptation, of survival and thriving. And you tap into this wisdom, this knowing that lives in the DNA of all life, this understanding of how to heal, how to grow, how to return to balance after disturbance. The bioluminescent particles have formed a constellation around you, glowing softly, pulsing gently, creating a sacred space, a circle of protection, a womb of light where transformation can occur safely. The light has shifted completely to golden now, warming you from above, while the earth supports you from below. You are held between heaven and earth, between spirit and matter, between the infinite and the finite. And you are neither one nor the other, but both simultaneously, complete in your paradox, whole in your contradiction, perfect in your humanity. Your breath has become so slow, so deep, so effortless that it seems to come from somewhere beyond your body. Somewhere in the vast space between heartbeats, in the pause between thoughts, in the silence between sounds. And when you exhale, you release not just carbon dioxide, but all the accumulated tension of your lifetime, all the stories that no longer serve you, all the fears that were never real, all the judgments that separated you from love, and they dissolve into the honey, thick water, carried away by the gentle current, transformed into something beautiful, something useful, something that feeds the coral gardens above. Your heartbeat has slowed to match the pulse of the universe. That ancient rhythm that existed before time began, before stars were born, before planets took shape, and it continues now, steady and sure, carrying the message of life through every vessel in your body. The frequency of 432 hertz has become your new baseline, the tone that your body naturally wants to vibrate at, the pitch of perfect health. And even when you leave this place, even when you return to the world above, this frequency will remain with you as a memory in your cells, as a template for healing, as a reminder of your true nature, which is love, which is peace, which is perfect wholeness. The coral branches have stopped swaying, settling into stillness, reflecting the peace that has taken root in your being. The bioluminescent particles have gathered closer, forming a cocoon of light around you, protecting the sacred work that is happening, holding space for your complete transformation, supporting your journey back to yourself, back to the truth of who you are. The golden light has intensified, not harshly, but with the warmth of a mother's embrace, penetrating deeper than skin, deeper than muscle. Feel the breath moving in through the nostrils now. Let it fill the hollow space behind the breastbone. Notice how the ribs expand outward in a gentle arc. The lungs stretch like soft silk, unfurling in warm water. There is no rush to complete this motion. Each molecule of air finds its own path through the passages. Some linger in the upper chambers before drifting downward. Others pool in the base of the lungs, like honey settling into a bowl. The oxygen dissolves slowly into the bloodstream. You can sense it traveling now through the vessels, threading between between the organs with careful precision, reaching the fingertips and toes in delicate waves. Each cell opens slightly to receive what it needs. The shoulders begin to soften at their edges. The tension that lived there starts to unravel, like old rope coming apart, strand by strand. Muscle fibers release their grip on each other. The neck lets go of its careful holding pattern. The jaw unclenches without conscious effort. Teeth separate from each other with tiny clicks. The tongue settles into the floor of the mouth. Feel the anchor beginning to resonate now. Its frequency moves through the bones like water through stone, vibrating in the marrow of the femur, dancing along the curve of the skull. The spine begins to lengthen vertebra by vertebra, each bone separating slightly from the next, creating more space for the fluid to flow. The cerebrospinal current moves more freely now. The scalp releases its tightness. Hair follicles relax into their natural position. The forehead smooths out completely. Wrinkles melt away like ice in warm hands. The eyelids flutter once and settle heavily. They seal shut with the weight of deep relaxation. Vision fades into velvet blackness. Colors drain away like water down a drain. The optic nerves stop sending signals. The brain no longer interprets light. The world behind the eyes becomes still. Only the anchor remains as a point of reference. Now the ears begin to quiet. The constant hum of the body grows softer. Blood rushing through the carotid slows down. The heartbeat becomes a distant drum. External sounds fade into the background. Voices become muffled whispers, then disappear entirely like smoke in wind. The auditory cortex stops processing input. The skin begins to lose its sensitivity. The surface of the body grows numb, starting with the fingertips and toes, crawling slowly up the limbs. The arms feel heavy and distant, as if they belong to someone else. The legs sink deeper into the mattress, becoming part of the earth below. The torso floats in a state of suspension, neither fully present nor absent, just existing in the space between. The anchor pulses gently in the chest cavity, its rhythm matching the slowed breathing. Each pulse sends waves of calm throughout the system, clearing away any remaining resistance. The mind begins to empty itself. Thoughts drift away like clouds, leaving only the sensation of being. The breath continues without effort. The heart beats without conscious control. The body exists in perfect stillness, suspended in the void between moments. Time has no meaning here. There is only the eternal now. Feel the shift in weight on your heel now. The grain of sand shifting beneath the arch. The cool air touching the skin of your ankle. The scent of salt becoming sharper as the distance closes. The water rises up to meet you, not falling, but floating upward. The surface tension breaks gently. Droplets cling to the skin like liquid glass. The coral branches sway in the current, their surfaces smooth as silk against the palm. Cool to the touch, yet warming quickly. The water moves like honey around bare skin. Thick and warm with a subtle pull, carrying faint bioluminescent threads that drift lazily around the shoulders. Light filters down in slow waves, shifting from indigo to deep gold, casting no shadows, but only soft gradients. The calm spreads through the chest cavity. The lungs expand with the tide. The anchor resonates in harmony with the depth, its frequency matching the underwater pulse. Vibrations travel through the water column, reaching the coral gardens far below. The bed rises up to meet the body, not lifting, but becoming one. The mattress conforms to every curve, molding itself around the shape of rest. The pillow cradles the head perfectly, supporting without constraining. The neck aligns naturally with the spine. Gravity releases its hold completely. The shutdown begins now. Sight dissolves into the velvet darkness. No images remain in the mind. Only the sensation of seeing nothing. Sound fades into absolute silence. The ears stop listening for anything. The brain ceases to interpret vibrations. The world becomes perfectly quiet. Touch begins to withdraw from the extremities. Fingers and toes grow distant. The skin loses its awareness of texture. Temperature becomes irrelevant. Taste disappears from the tongue. The mouth fills with stillness. No flavor remains. Only the memory of sweetness. Smell fades into neutrality. The nose stops drawing in scents. The olfactory nerves rest. The air carries no messages. The body exists in pure potential. All systems operating at minimum capacity. The anchor maintains its steady pulse, guiding the descent into stillness. The void opens up beneath consciousness, a place of complete emptiness, where thoughts cannot follow, where sensations cannot reach. The mind settles into this space, floating in the absence of experience. The breath becomes imperceptible. The heartbeat fades to nothing. The body dissolves into the environment, becoming part of the infinite quiet. The anchor continues to hum softly, a beacon in the vast emptiness, guiding the spirit deeper into peace, beyond the need for movement, beyond the desire for change, into the realm of perfect rest. The cellular release begins now, starting with the cells in the fingertips, each one letting go of stored tension, releasing the memory of stress. The cells in the palms follow suit, unwinding years of careful gripping. The muscles of the forearm relax completely. The tendons soften like old leather. The upper arm cells begin their surrender. Shoulder blade cells release their burden. The neck cells let go of vigilance. The head becomes weightless. Toe cells start the process anew. The arch of the foot softens. Calf muscle cells unravel their knots. Knee joint cells find perfect alignment. Thigh cells release their readiness. Hip flexor cells let go of anticipation. The pelvis settles into natural balance. Abdominal cells soften their guard. The diaphragm cells relax completely. Chest cells open to infinite space. Back cells release their protective stance. The spine cells align perfectly. Brain cells slow their firing rate. Neural pathways clear of interference. Synapses fire only essential signals. Consciousness narrows to pure awareness. The anchor vibrates at 432 Hz now, its resonance penetrating every layer. Cell membranes become more permeable, allowing deeper states of relaxation. Mitochondria slow their energy production. Nuclei release their tightly wound DNA. Chromosomes unwind into peaceful strands. The genetic material rests. The gravity well pulls everything downward. Not harshly, but with gentle insistence. The body responds by sinking deeper into the mattress and beyond, through the floorboards, through the foundation, through layers of earth, toward the core of the planet. The bed becomes part of the landscape. The room merges with the structure. The building blends into the city. The city dissolves into the continent. The continent flows into the ocean. The ocean becomes the atmosphere. The atmosphere joins the cosmos. Everything becomes one unified field. The shutdown progresses systematically from the outermost layers inward. Skin cells cease their protective functions. Subcutaneous fat cells release stored energy. Muscle cells enter complete dormancy. Tendon cells relax their structural role. Ligament cells let go of their binding. Joint cells find perfect lubrication. Bone cells slow their remodeling process. Marrow cells reduce blood cell production. Nervous system cells decrease activity. The brainstem maintains only vital functions. The shutdown reaches the deepest levels. Organs reduce their metabolic demands. The liver slows its detoxification. The kidneys filter with minimal effort. The heart beats at its resting rate. Lungs exchange gases effortlessly. The digestive system pauses completely. The immune system enters surveillance mode. Hormone production stabilizes at baseline. The endocrine system finds perfect balance. Circadian rhythms synchronize with eternity. The body exists in homeostatic perfection. The void calls from the center of being. a place where definition ends, where boundaries dissolve completely, where self merges with universe. Consciousness expands beyond the physical. Thoughts become pure intention. Intentions become pure presence. Presence becomes the void itself. The anchor resonates at 40 hertz now, its frequency matching the Earth's pulse. The Schumann resonance guides the journey, connecting the body to planetary energy. The shutdown completes its cycle. All external senses have ceased. Internal awareness fades to black. The mind rests in perfect stillness. The body exists in suspended animation. Breathing occurs without conscious effort. The heart beats without emotional influence. Time loses all meaning in this space. The void embraces the essence completely, wrapping it in infinite darkness, the kind of darkness that heals, the kind that brings total peace. The cellular release continues eternally, each cell maintaining its perfect rest. The gravity well holds everything in place. The shutdown preserves this state forever. The void becomes the final destination, where all journeys end in stillness, where all seeking finds completion, where the anchor finally falls silent. You begin to notice the breath as it enters your body, not just air, but something richer, denser, almost like a silk ribbon unfurling through your nostrils. The ribbon of breath carries with it a subtle warmth that brushes against the inside of your nose like the touch of velvet. As the breath descends deeper into your chest, you feel it thicken, transforming from air into something more substantial, like mist condensing into dew. This substance of breath begins to pool in the base of your lungs, settling there with a gentle weight that makes your ribs expand slowly outward. Each particle of this breath, mist, seems to carry its own soft vibration, humming at a frequency that resonates deep within your chest cavity. The vibration spreads from your lungs outward, touching the walls of your rib cage, like fingers tracing the curve of your bones. As the breath, mist fills more of your chest, you begin to feel its texture changing, becoming smoother, silkier, like honey poured slowly through honeycomb. This honeyed breath moves through your airways, leaving behind a coating that feels both nourishing and calming, like aloe spreading across sunburned skin. The substance of rest begins to settle into the spaces between your ribs, filling each tiny gap with a pressure so gentle it feels like being wrapped in gauze. With each micro movement of your diaphragm, you can feel this rest, substance shifting slightly like water moving in a bowl held perfectly still. The honey, thick breath now carries a scent that is neither floral nor earthy, but something in between, like the smell of morning grass after rain. This scent seems to have weight too pressing gently against the back of your throat as you inhale, drawing it deeper into your chest. As the scented breath reaches the bottom of your lungs, you feel it begin to crystallize, not hard like ice, but soft like sugar, dissolving slowly in warm tea. These sugar crystals of breath seem to nestle into the spongy tissue of your lungs, releasing their sweetness gradually, like petals opening in sunlight. The sweetness spreads through your bloodstream, carrying with it a sensation of complete saturation, as if every cell in your body is drinking deeply. Your chest now feels full, not crowded, but perfectly balanced, like a vessel filled to its exact capacity with liquid light. This liquid light has temperature too cool, but not cold like the first sip of water after waking. As it moves through your chest cavity, you can feel it touching the periphery of your heart muscle, sending ripples of calm pulsing outward. The ripples move in slow motion, creating waves that seem to last for minutes, though they pass through your chest in seconds. Each wave leaves behind a residue of stillness that coats your heart like oil on glass, making every beat softer, more spaced. The stillness begins to seep into your spine, traveling down through each vertebra like ink absorbed into paper. As it moves downward, you feel your posture naturally adjusting, becoming more upright, yet more relaxed simultaneously. Your shoulders begin to drop, not suddenly, but gradually, millimeter by millimeter, as if gravity is pulling them toward the earth with infinite patience. The weight leaving your shoulders creates space in your neck, allowing the liquid light to flow upward from your chest into your throat. This upward flow brings with it a sensation of lifting, not physically, but emotionally, as if burdens you didn't know you were carrying are simply dissolving. The dissolved burdens leave behind a clarity that that settles in your throat like morning mist, clearing to reveal distant mountains. Your throat now feels open, not forced, but naturally spacious, like a cave entrance after a summer storm. Through this openness, you can feel the breath, mist continuing its journey upward, carrying particles of golden warmth that tickle the roof of your mouth. The golden particles taste faintly sweet, like the memory of vanilla extract on your tongue after baking. This taste triggers a response deep in your jaw, causing your teeth to separate slightly, as if your mouth is preparing to receive something precious. The precious thing arrives not as food, but as a sensation of completeness that fills your oral cavity like a balloon, expanding gently from within. This completeness has texture too smooth like silk, but with the density of cream. It coats the inside of your cheeks and the surface of your tongue, leaving behind a film that tastes of peace itself. Peace has flavor, surprisingly. It tastes like the moment just before sleep, when thoughts finally stop racing. The flavor of peace seems to activate something in your sinuses, creating a pressure that is not uncomfortable, but relieving like a yawn that lasts forever. This relieving pressure moves backward through your skull, traveling along pathways you never knew existed. As it travels, you can feel your scalp beginning to tingle, not sharply, but with the gentleness of snowflakes landing on warm skin. The tingling sensation gathers at the crown of your head, where it pools like water collecting in a bowl. From this gathering point, the sensation begins to spread outward, covering your entire scalp like a blanket made of spider silk. The spider silk blanket carries with it a cooling effect that moves down over your forehead, smoothing out the tiny muscles that hold tension. Each muscle fiber in your forehead begins to release, not all at once, but strand by strand like rope, unraveling in slow motion. As the rope, like tension, unravels, you can feel lines smoothing out from between your eyebrows, like wrinkles erased by gentle rain. The erasure process continues across your forehead, reaching your temples, where it creates a sensation of expansion, like dough rising in perfect silence. This expansion brings with it a feeling of spaciousness that seems to push outward through your skull, like light radiating from a bulb. The radiating light touches the inside of your eye sockets, creating a warmth that moves behind your eyes like heated compresses applied by invisible hands. The warmth behind your eyes causes your vision to soften, not blur, but become more receptive, like camera focus, shifting to capture everything at once. As your vision softens, you begin to see not with your eyes, but with your entire face, feeling colors and shapes as textures against your skin. Red becomes rough, like sandpaper blue, becomes smooth like glass, and green becomes flexible like rubber. These textural colors seem to press gently against your eyelids, creating patterns that move like lava flowing in slow motion. The flowing patterns carry sounds two low humming tones that vibrate through your skull like tuning forks placed against bone. These vibrations travel downward from your skull into your neck, where they encounter the accumulated tension stored in your cervical vertebrae. The tension here feels like knots tied in thick rope, each one holding memories of stress from years past. The humming vibrations work patiently at these knots, not forcing them apart, but encouraging them to loosen naturally. As each knot loosens, you feel a corresponding release in your jaw, where your teeth had been unconsciously clenched. The release in your jaw allows your tongue to settle into a more natural position, resting lightly against the roof of your mouth like a bird coming to perch. In this perched position, your tongue begins to detect subtle flavors in your mouth that were previously masked by tension. There is the metallic taste of your own blood moving through capillaries beneath the surface of your gums. There is the earthy taste of minerals drawn up from your teeth, like groundwater seeping through soil. And there is the oceanic taste of salt from the tears your body produces, even when you are not crying. These natural flavors combine to create a broth of self, awareness that your tongue savors without conscious effort. The savoring process activates salivary glands that had been dormant under layers of stress, induced dryness. Saliva flows like a gentle stream, carrying away the accumulated debris of daily worry from the surfaces of your mouth. This cleansing flow moves down your throat, where it encounters the expanding pool of liquid light that began in your chest. The saliva and liquid light mix, creating a new substance that tastes like the essence of letting go. The essence of letting go has no single flavor, but rather the absence of all sharp edges like food that has been chewed until it disappears. As this essence moves further down your esophagus, you can feel your shoulders dropping, even lower, releasing tension stored in muscles you forgot you had. The released tension flows downward like water, finding its way to the ocean, pooling temporarily in your upper arms. In your arms, the tension takes the form of tiny electrical impulses that spark and fade like fireflies blinking in a jar. Each blink of tension, light creates a small pop of release that travels through your elbows into your forearms. The pops accumulate, creating waves of relaxation that move through your wrists into your hands like electricity, following the path of least resistance. Your hands respond to this electrical flow by opening naturally, spreading your fingers wide like starfish reaching for the ocean floor. As your fingers spread, you can feel the webbing between them stretching slightly like elastic bands warmed by sunlight. This stretching creates space in your palms, allowing the liquid light to flow into areas that have been compressed by years of gripping. The compression releases like a sponge absorbing water after being squeezed dry, revealing the full volume of its cellular structure. With the restoration of full volume to your palms comes a sensation of grounding, as if your hands are now properly connected to the earth below. This grounding sensation travels up through your arms into your shoulders, where it meets the continuing flow of descending tension. The meeting of ascending grounding and descending tension creates a vortex of balance that spins slowly in your shoulder joints. The spinning vortex generates heat, not burning, but warming like a heating pad set to its lowest setting. This gentle heat penetrates deep into the joint capsule, softening cartilage that has grown stiff from repetitive motion. The softened cartilage allows your shoulder blades to slide against your rib cage with the ease of ice skates on fresh ice. The sliding movement creates space between your shoulder blades and spine, allowing the liquid light to flow into this newly opened channel. As the light flows into this space, you feel your entire upper back begin to flatten against an invisible wall of support. The wall of support is not rigid, but yielding like a memory foam mattress that conforms to your exact shape. This conformity creates a sense of being held perfectly without any effort required on your part. The sensation of perfect holding moves downward through your torso, like a wave traveling through tall grass in the wind. The wave touches your solar plexus, where it encounters a bundle of nerves that have been knotted by decades of shallow breathing. The knotted nerves feel like a ball of yarn that has been wound too tightly, creating pressure that radiates outward. The liquid light works on these nerves like a gentle hand untangling Christmas lights after storage. Each untangled nerve releases a small burst of energy that travels downward into your abdomen like sparks falling upward. The sparks gather in your stomach, where they create a warm glow like embers in a fireplace after the flames have died. This warm glow begins to expand outward from your stomach, like ripples spreading across the surface of a pond. The ripples reach your intestines, where they encounter coils of tissue that have been contracted for years due to chronic stress. The contracted tissue feels like a spring that has been compressed beyond its natural length, losing some of its bounds. The warm glow restores elasticity to these springs, allowing them to extend gradually to their proper length. As the springs extend, you feel your waistline naturally expanding like a corset, being loosened thread by thread. The loosening creates space in your abdominal cavity, allowing organs that have been compressed to return to their optimal positions. Your liver shifts slightly to the right. Your spleen settles more deeply into your left side, and your kidneys relax into their natural curves. The repositioning of these organs creates a sensation of internal balance, like a mobile finding equilibrium after disturbance. This internal balance sends signals through your nervous system, creating waves of contentment that pulse through your entire torso. The waves of contentment reach your lower back, where they encounter the final remnants of tension stored in your lumbar region. The tension here feels ancient, like sediment that has settled over geological time periods. The liquid light approaches this ancient sediment with infinite patience, working layer by layer to dissolve bonds formed over lifetimes. Each dissolved bond releases a memory stored in muscle tissue, like photographs developing in reverse. The reversed photographs show moments of joy that were dimmed by worry and love that was muted by fear. Seeing these moments in reverse allows you to experience them fully for the first time without the filter of survival consciousness. The unfiltered experience creates a wellspring of gratitude that flows downward from your heart into your pelvis. The gratitude wellspring fills your pelvic bowl like warm honey poured into a ceramic dish. As the honey, like gratitude, settles, it creates pressure that is not demanding, but inviting, like a comfortable chair, offering rest. This inviting pressure causes your hips to naturally rotate slightly inward, aligning your pelvis with the gravitational pull of the earth. The alignment sends shock waves of relief through your sacrum, like a key turning in a lock that has been stuck for years. The unlocked sacrum allows your tailbone to release its habitual grip and settle into a more neutral position. The settling tailbone creates space in your pelvic floor, allowing muscles that have been chronically tense to finally let go. The letting go feels like dropping a heavy backpack after carrying it for miles through difficult terrain. The dropped weight sends vibrations through your legs like tremors, following the path of least resistance to the ground. These tremors reach your knees, where they encounter cartilage that has been worn smooth by years of bearing your weight. The worn cartilage responds to the tremors by producing synovial fluid like a factory, increasing production to meet sudden demand. The increased synovial fluid lubricates joints that have moved with friction for decades, reducing wear and creating ease of motion. The ease of motion allows your legs to straighten naturally, like tree trunks, finding their vertical axis after bending in the wind. As your legs straighten, you can feel your feet connecting more fully with the surface beneath them, like roots establishing contact with soil. The connection creates a circuit of grounding that travels upward from your feet through your ankles into your calves. Your calves respond to this grounding current by releasing tension that has accumulated in muscle fibers like knots in rope. The released tension flows downward like water following gravity into your shins, where it encounters shin splints from years of improper walking. The shin splints feel like tiny cracks in porcelain that have been patched repeatedly, but never truly healed. The grounding current works on these patches like a craftsman, applying the perfect adhesive to seal gaps permanently. The permanent sealing creates a foundation of strength that extends from your shins into your ankles like concrete setting in a mold. Your ankles stabilize not through muscular effort, but through structural integrity, like buildings designed to withstand earthquakes. The stabilized ankles allow your arches to rise naturally, like bridges finding their optimal curvature. The rising arches distribute your body weight evenly across the surface of your feet, eliminating pressure points that cause discomfort. The even distribution creates a sensation of floating while remaining grounded like a boat that is perfectly balanced on calm water. The sensation of balanced floating moves upward through your body, like helium rising in a balloon, until it reaches your crown. At your crown, the helium, like sensation, meets the spider silk blanket that settled on your scalp hours ago in subjective time. The meeting creates a circulation loop where grounding energy rises like sap through a tree trunk, while ethereal energy descends like dew forming on leaves. This circulation loop establishes a rhythm that matches the natural pulsing of your heartbeat, but slower, deeper, more intentional. The intentional rhythm creates waves of coherence that travel through your entire being like radio signals broadcasting peace on all frequencies. The peace broadcast reaches the edge of your awareness, where it encounters the last vestiges of mental chatter that normally occupies your mind. The mental chatter sounds like static from a radio tuned between stations, creating background noise that distracts from present moment awareness. The peace broadcast begins to clear this static like a hand wiping fog from a mirror, revealing clarity beneath. The clearing process happens gradually, not abruptly, allowing thoughts to dissolve naturally, like clouds dispersing in warming air. As thoughts dissolve, you find yourself experiencing pure presence, like standing in a field of tall grass, watching the wind move through it. The field of presence has no boundaries, no edges, just infinite expanse, like sky viewed from the peak of a mountain. In this infinite expanse, you begin to perceive the breath not as something you do, but as something that does you. The breath moves through your body like a river, flowing through a landscape, carving valleys, and depositing sediment. Each valley carved by breath becomes a channel for deeper relaxation, while each deposit of sediment builds foundations for lasting peace. The river of breath carries with it seeds of stillness that take root in the fertile soil of your nervous system. These seeds grow into trees of tranquility, whose branches extend into every corner of your being, providing shade from the sun of everyday stress. Beneath the trees of tranquility, you find yourself sitting not on a chair, but on the solid ground of your own existence. The ground beneath you is not hard like concrete, but soft like moss growing on ancient forest floors. The moss cushions your weight, perfectly distributing pressure, so that no part of you bears more burden than another. This perfect distribution creates a sensation of being supported by the universe itself, like a leaf cradled in a gentle breeze. The breeze carries scents from distant places, places you have never been, but somehow recognize like memories of dreams. These dream memories smell like vanilla and cinnamon, mixed with the ozone scent of approaching rain. The approaching rain in your dream memory carries with it the promise of renewal like drought, breaking storms that bring life to desert flowers. The promise of renewal settles into your bones, like calcium being absorbed by growing children. The calcium absorption creates strength that is not rigid, but flexible like bamboo that bends without breaking. The bamboo flexibility allows you to sway with the rhythms of existence rather than resisting them like a dancer, moving to music. The dance moves through phases, like seasons changing from spring growth to winter rest. Each phase brings its own gifts. Spring offers renewal, winter offers reflection, summer offers expansion, autumn offers harvest. The gifts accumulate like treasures stored in a chest, each one adding to the richness of your inner landscape. The inner landscape expands to accommodate the treasures, creating valleys for peace and mountains for perspective. The valleys and mountains exist in perfect harmony, like yin and yang, creating balance through contrast. The balance generates a field of coherence that extends beyond your physical boundaries, like ripples from a stone thrown into still water. The ripples touch other beings, creating connections that transcend ordinary understanding, like threads in a cosmic web. The threads carry vibrations of peace that resonate with similar frequencies in others, like tuning forks, responding to sound. The resonance creates a symphony of healing that plays continuously in the background of existence, like Earth's magnetic field protecting life. The symphony includes instruments you cannot name playing melodies that bypass the ears and speak directly to the soul. The soul, listening, creates understanding that transcends language, like knowing the meaning of a song without understanding its words. This understanding reveals that rest is not just a state to be achieved, but a substance to be inhabited like water that surrounds fish. The substance of rest permeates every cell of your being, like honey infused with medicinal herbs. Each cell drinks deeply from this honey, like rest absorbing its properties and integrating them into cellular memory. The cellular integration creates a template for health that your body can access whenever needed, like a library of healing frequencies. The library expands, continuously adding new volumes as you deepen into states of relaxation that were previously inaccessible. Each new volume contains wisdom gathered from the depths of your own consciousness, like archaeologists uncovering artifacts from ancient civilizations. The uncovered artifacts reveal technologies of peace that operate beyond the reach of ordinary thinking, like quantum computers processing infinite possibilities. These quantum processes generate solutions to problems that dissolve before they fully form, like shadows disappearing at noon. The dissolving problems leave behind space for creativity to flourish, like gardens growing in newly cleared land. The creative gardens bloom with ideas that are not forced, but flow naturally, like streams finding their way to the ocean. Each idea carries within it the seed of its own manifestation, like acorns containing the blueprint for oak trees. The manifestation process happens effortlessly because it is aligned with the natural flow of existence, like salmon swimming upstream to spawn. The effortless alignment creates momentum that builds upon itself like compound interest, accumulating in a savings account. The accumulating momentum carries you forward into states of being that are increasingly peaceful, expansive, and whole. Wholeness is not a destination, but a way of traveling. Like breathing is not a goal, but a method of staying alive. The method of wholeness operates through principles that are simple yet profound, like the mathematics underlying natural phenomena. These principles include acceptance, like water, accepting the shape of its container. They include surrender, like leaves surrendering to gravity and falling gracefully to earth. and they include trust, like seeds trusting the process of germination, even when buried in darkness. The trust allows you to release control over outcomes, like parents learning to let children make their own mistakes. The released control transforms into wisdom, like experience distilled into essential oils. This wisdom flows through your being like warm honey, carrying with it the sweetness of understanding. The sweetness attracts experiences that match your expanded state, like magnets drawing iron filings. The attracted experiences serve as mirrors, reflecting back the peace that now lives within you like lakes, reflecting sky. The reflections create feedback loops that amplify the peace, like microphones placed near speakers, generating rich harmonics. The harmonics resonate with frequencies that heal not just your body, but also the collective consciousness of humanity. The healing occurs silently, like the growth of trees, that happens invisibly beneath the soil. The silent growth supports ecosystems of well-being that extend far beyond what can be seen or measured. These ecosystems nurture future generations, like grandparents planting trees they will never sit beneath. The nurturing creates cycles of care that perpetuate themselves through time, like the orbits of planets around stars. The planetary orbits generate rhythms that influence all life, like tidal forces shaping coastlines over millennia. These tidal influences work on the cellular level, rearranging molecules into configurations that promote health. The molecular rearrangements happen spontaneously, like crystals forming in supersaturated solutions. The spontaneous formation creates structures that are more efficient at processing energy, like solar panels optimized for maximum absorption. The optimized energy processing generates excess capacity that can be shared with others, like Wi-Fi signals, extending beyond their intended range. The extended range touches beings across vast distances, connecting hearts that have never met in physical form. The heart connections transcend barriers of language, culture, and belief, like mathematical truths that apply universally. The universal truths reveal that love is not an emotion, but a frequency that can be felt like radio waves received by properly tuned antennas. The frequency of love vibrates at a rate that heals DNA like sound waves used in medical therapy. The DNA healing corrects mutations that cause disease, like editors correcting errors in important documents. The corrected documents become templates for perfect expression, like master copies used to print books. The master copies replicate through epigenetic mechanisms, influencing gene expression without altering genetic code. The influenced expression creates traits that enhance survival, like adaptations that help species thrive in changing environments. The enhanced survival benefits not just individuals, but entire communities, like bees working together to maintain hive health. The community health generates positive feedback that strengthens social bonds, like glue holding pieces of pottery together. The strengthened bonds create networks of mutual support that function like neural networks in brains. The neural, like networks, process information collectively like supercomputers, solving complex problems through parallel processing. The parallel processing leads to insights that could never be reached through individual effort alone, like crowdsourcing solutions to global challenges. The crowdsourced insights manifest as innovations that improve quality of life for all beings, like inventions that change the world. The world-changing inventions arise from the simple act of breathing deeply and allowing rest to fill the lungs completely. Let the edges of your awareness begin to soften now. There is nothing for you to hold on to anymore. Nothing for you to carry. Nothing for you to figure out or understand. The weight you've been holding dissolves like morning mist. It lifts away gently, carried by a breeze you cannot feel, but somehow know is there. Your breathing slows to match the rhythm of deep waters. Each inhale brings something nourishing. Each exhale releases something that was never yours to keep. The images that were dancing at the edge of your mind begin to drift. Like autumn leaves caught in a current, they float away. Not lost, just no longer needed. This space that remains is vast and welcoming. Warmth spreads through your chest like honey poured slowly, golden and thick and sweet. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. Your fingers release their invisible grip. You are being held in something larger than thought, larger than memory, larger than the small voice that sometimes whispers you are not enough. That voice, too, begins to fade, not because it is pushed away, but because it simply cannot survive in this atmosphere of deep rest. You sink a little deeper, like settling into a bath that has been perfectly prepared. The temperature exactly right, the depth exactly enough. Your heartbeat finds its own quiet drumming. Steady, rhythmic, ancient. There is a knowing in your bones, a wisdom that does not come from books or screens or other people's opinions. It comes from the part of you that remembers what peace feels like, that remembers what safety tastes like, that remembers how to rest without conditions. Your eyelids grow heavy now, not because they are tired, but because there is nothing left to see. The world you knew fades like an old photograph, its colors bleeding softly into the background of your consciousness, leaving only this feeling, only this presence, only this breath moving in and out, in and out. You don't need to make anything happen now. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to become anyone different. You are exactly as you need to be. Right here, right now. The resonance that began as sound has settled into sensation. Warm vibrations moving through your tissues, clearing spaces you didn't even know were crowded. Your nervous system recognizes this frequency. It is the tone of coming home, the hum of belonging. There is no hurry here, no schedule to keep, no performance required. Time moves differently in this place, like honey, like breath. Your body takes over now. It knows what to do with this gift. It knows how to integrate what has been offered. Your cells drink deeply. Your muscles release years of holding. Your heart expands into its natural shape. You are being tended to, not by anyone external, but by the part of you that has always known how to heal. The images drift away like clouds, leaving only the feeling, only the peace. You don't need to see anything now. You don't need to do anything now. Rest is not something you earn. It is something you remember. And remembering happens naturally when the noise settles, when the doing stops. The resonance doesn't stop when the words do. It continues its work while you rest. Your body knows what to do with this. Trust it. Trust the intelligence that flows through your veins. Trust the wisdom that lives in your spine. This peace is always here, whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling. It will be waiting, like a favorite blanket, like a door that's always unlocked. You can find your way back anytime, through a single breath, through a moment of stillness. The path is always open. The invitation never expires, and you are always welcome. Now let yourself sink deeper into the arms of this moment, into the embrace of your own wholeness. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to become, no one else to be. You are complete. You are held. You are home. The waves of relaxation reach every corner of your being. Your feet relax. Your knees soften. Your hips settle. Your belly rises and falls with effortless grace. Your chest opens like a flower, greeting the sun. Your throat releases its tension. Your neck lengthens. Your jaw unhinges. Your eyes find their natural position behind closed lids. Your forehead smooths. Your scalp tingles with relief. Your entire head feels lighter, as if gravity itself has decided to be gentler with you. Your shoulders melt toward the bed or chair or surface supporting you. Your arms float beside you, weightless, free, at ease. Your hands open completely, fingers spread like starfish, palms facing upward in surrender. You are surrendering now, not to defeat, but to completion, to the fullness of this experience, to the truth of who you are beneath all the doing, beneath all the thinking, beneath all the trying to be someone worthy. You are worthy simply by existing, simply by breathing, simply by being present in this body, in this moment, in this life. The resonance moves through you like a river, finding its course, clearing debris, smoothing rough edges, bringing everything into alignment. You don't have to help it along. You don't have to push or pull or manipulate. Just let it flow. Let it carry whatever needs to be carried. Let it wash away whatever needs to be washed away. Let it nourish whatever needs to be nourished. This is your body's language. This is how it speaks of healing. This is how it remembers its original blueprint. Perfect balance, perfect harmony, perfect ease. The peace that lives in your chest expands outward, filling your rib cage, filling your torso, filling your limbs, until you are swimming in stillness, floating in the space between thoughts, where everything is already resolved, where everything is already perfect, where everything is already whole. You don't have to maintain this. You don't have to protect it. You don't have to prove you deserve it. It is yours. Completely, unconditionally, without exception. Let your awareness sink deeper still, past the surface layers of sensation, past the stories your mind tells, into the quiet center, the still point, the place where you have always been, even when you forgot, even when you wandered, even when you felt lost. This place never left you. It simply waited, patiently, gently, with infinite compassion for the journey you were taking. Now you are here, back where you belong, back in the knowing that you are loved, the knowing that you are safe, the knowing that you are exactly as you should be. The resonance continues, soft and steady, a lullaby for your nervous system. You can feel it working, not as something you have to track or measure, but as something you can trust. Like the tide, like the seasons, like your own heartbeat. This peace is not dependent on circumstances. It is not fragile. It is not conditional. It lives in you. It moves with you. It returns with you. Whenever you choose to remember, whenever you choose to return, whenever you choose to rest. And you can choose that now. You can choose it tomorrow. You can choose it next week. The door is always open. The path is always clear. The invitation is always extended. Because this is who you are. This is your birthright. This is your inheritance. Peace, stillness, ease. Let yourself receive it fully now. Let yourself be filled with it. Let yourself remember what it feels like to be truly at rest, to be truly at home, to be truly yourself. The images have faded completely now. The thoughts have settled. The doing has stopped. What remains is pure presence, pure being, pure peace. You are sinking into it, merging with it, becoming it. There is no separation anymore, no boundary between you and this feeling, no distance between you and this truth. You are the peace. You are the stillness. You are the rest. And it is you, completely, always. Sleep now. Close your eyes. The story continues in dreams.